You see, the excessive borrowing that got us to where we had to further restructure our debt is what we are avoiding. So when the MPP says you are not spending, it is because they are used to borrowing and consuming, borrowing and spending on things that will not improve on the productive capacity of this economy. And that is the shift that we have moved away from.
Honor our debt obligation. An amount of 21.5 billion for interest has been paid. To honor our international debt obligation, an amount of $700 million for Eurobond debt service and interest have also been paid. To restore confidence on our financial systems, an amount of 10 billion Ghana cedis to domestic bondholders has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to deepen fiscal decentralization, an amount of 4.4 billion cedis to the District Assembly's Common Fund, representing the first 2 quarters of the year, has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to keep the National Health Insurance Scheme strong and vibrant, an amount of 4.5 billion Ghana cedis has been paid. To strengthen specialized health care, an amount of 1.1 billion Ghana cedis to Mahama Cares has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker, to support quality and access education and accessible education, an amount of 4.2 billion Ghana cedis for the first 6 months of the year to the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, has been paid.
If you say we are not spending, if we are not spending, why are we recording such growth that is significantly broad-based? It is far from that. We have deliberately decided to cut a lot of waste. But you see, we cannot spend what we don't have. Our forcing is clear that, you see, let us aggressively pursue revenue without increasing new taxes. We removed taxes, all the taxes that you are aware of, COVID-19, levy, betting, levy, and all these things. We removed them. Yet we were able to implement policies that will help revenue to improve.
And your finance minister, Dr. Casel Ato Forsen, every mid-year budget. Now, minority say a more problem. But the deputy, Thomas Nyarko Ampem, I say, minority for the home. Almost the government and spend it. Meanwhile, say ye can expenditure. Scano, say ye boss when, ye boss when. Name the omu yen say the MPP time. Nobody on left, right, center. This kanya funyafunu. Oma kasisa waste no. The free system. Taxes are much no. Or making sure say or pay revenue different places. Now, minority for press conference almost like I say. Media budget here. GoldBod, Sami Jamfi, the company no, the institution no. Kasi from Sami Jamfi display shaba. So over 5.44 billion Ghana cedis is a GoldBod agency as a surplus. Inti yam fa say wasumame krum. Me kodi dwani na wie ye me fa car me ton niema de ndi nyina no ense sa me de bae no eho eno surplus no enti de oye nyina no de eba ye ye mfaso de se enka ye de ko profit and loss mu a ngebe se profit eno omonya bi enti hefa na MPP ni minority for no omonya omu data free ana hefa ana nizi for eso de omu data no free eba. Is it that MPP for no anything biya na NDC be biya no eso omo criticize Said that everyone look popular on in the face of the Ghanaians. And now I say omo ye idea ebebo Ghanaians ye interest because I'm still yet to see one thing MPP account for about this government. The only day most account for be road minister honorable Kwame Gov't, but before that impu near so what is the problem of the MPP? Main budget oman because ya our commission ntumpi we omutra muzwa press conference the oman tremwa press conference. What is happening? Catch me comment section na say uye niwa subscribe, like it, share monia esu enyabi edi no da so e ba kope maxi billion naked true to old burger trends.
Honor our debt obligation. An amount of 21.5 billion for interest has been paid. To honor our international debt obligation, an amount of $700 million for Eurobond debt service and interest have also been paid. To restore confidence on our financial systems, an amount of 10 billion Ghana cedis to domestic bondholders has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to deepen fiscal decentralization, an amount of 4.4 billion cedis to the District Assembly's Common Fund, representing the first 2 quarters of the year, has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to keep the National Health Insurance Scheme strong and vibrant, an amount of 4.5 billion Ghana cedis has been paid. To strengthen specialized health care, an amount of 1.1 billion Ghana cedis to Mahama Cares has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker, to support quality and access education and accessible education, an amount of 4.2 billion Ghana cedis for the first 6 months of the year to the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker, to strengthen free secondary education program and ease the burden on families, and an amount of 1.8 billion cedis to the free secondary education program has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker, to improve road maintenance, an amount of 1.7 billion Ghana cedis to the Road Maintenance Trust Fund has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to support job creation for young people, an amount of 459 million Ghana cedis to the Youth Employment Agency has been paid. Mr. Speaker, again to support petroleum sector, an amount of 961 million Ghana cedis to the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC, has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to promote development in mining communities and mining institutions, an amount of 458 million to the Mineral Development Fund has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to keep the light on across the country, an amount of 7.1 billion Ghana cedis to the energy sector for stable power supply has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to clear legacy arrests, to clear your arrest, Mr. Speaker, an amount of 5.3 billion Ghana cedis has been paid to, Mr. Speaker, to give remit to free compulsory basic education, an amount of 76 million Ghana cedis as capitation grant has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to support the most vulnerable in our society, an amount of 485 million Ghana cedis to LEAP beneficiaries has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to provide nutritious meal and keep our children in school, an amount of 877 million to the Ghana School Feeding Program has been paid. Mr. Speaker, To ease the burden on families, an amount of 46 million for BEC registration has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to remove financial barriers to tertiary education, an amount of 537 million for the no-fee stress policy has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker. To support teachers, the teacher trainees, an amount of 104 million as teacher training allowance has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker. To support nursing training, an amount of 144 million as nursing training allowance has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to strengthen grassroots governance, an amount of 93 million as assembly members allowance has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to promote skills development and entrepreneur, an amount of 45 million for the National Apprenticeship Program has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to support Ghana's participation in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, an amount of 58 million has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to support environmental sustainability, an amount of 477.4 million to ARICOPS has been paid. Mr. Speaker, in fulfillment of our campaign promise, an amount of 1.1 billion Ghana cedis to the Ministry of Food and Agriculture for flagship programs, including food, buffer stock, fertilizers, certified seed distribution, Feed Ghana, irrigation infrastructure has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker. To modernize agriculture through the establishment of the Farmer Service Center, an amount of 551 million into an escrow account for the establishment of a letter of credit has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker. To support infrastructure development, an amount of 11.5 billion Ghana cedis as capital expenditure has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to improve road infrastructure, an amount of 6.5 billion Ghana cedis for the Big Push infrastructure program has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to support education delivery, an amount of 915 million for goods and services under the Ministry of Education, including sanitary pads, has been paid. Mr. Speaker, to ensure smooth and effective functioning of government, an amount of 7.9 billion Ghana cedis for goods and services have been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker. To protect our rivers, forest reserves, and agricultural lands against the Galamsey menace, an amount of 16 million to the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, has been paid.
My friends, Finance Minister, Dr. Ato Ba Forcing. Ato is forcing. Ego kind. The media budget. Ghana media ntia. Ye main budget ani asa media budget. Ghana dey ya idea enso ye. Ki friends they try the candidacy council. Ghana na musica ye ni manonso ye da. Ye be budget for the whole year. By we media budget. Nti media budget no we dey oya de nti second of rata obehye white. Na or the Bible ni quotation obewie so no. Na say fragadam yakotu $97 million. Manho edias. Edasi was Ghana for yemefa. Sky train $2 million. Na she yahu sky yahu train. Friend say palugu dam $12 million. When den ye. And inflation no ye better. It's the same inflation number 5.3. Na first na 3.2. CD no fluctuate kakra, but still that's so ye. Fuel price across road. Yadietum because of the external factors. They say no central oil and oil refinery, air refinery, crude oil, our Ghana and Jenche, you may depend more. Our Ghana, you crude oil, the air refinery, what they are, fuel, petrol, need diesel, any kerosene, gas, ebo bayeful, the second gas power plant aba nti ebe okay. But the bottom line is say your finance minister Dr. Atoba forcing after so okan the media budget no ana minority for press conference to me and say angrofo no mum forget ye di kan ga kire mo na Ghana fo na no yes ajamu yo mama ka kire da say short memory no so gugufo gra ga bia kire short memory na ha ye cause enye short memory pa omo kan say angrofo omo spend you I say papa oye adwuma wo mining site na nim say oje bia 20,000 Ghana cedis a month ba oyere atade basa mo school fees untwa ye if asemsi fee a wo kapre nko but yesi woska nti woska na sen ska na won uni eti se NDC for no e sha se o mu di sika na se utwa wo school fees wie oyere ebe reti o di manu wie ohiantoma o di manu wie asema to ma me na papa na o sika na manu wie a 20,000 no bosu me so ne da so 20,000 ana me say debi ana me say mo sana currently the NDC for ana your finance minister Dr. Kessler to forcing ebe sha assessment ocheche mu ye twa contractors ka including over 10 billion Ghana cedis of kana MPP no ono the year of road no ntuma ma contractors no ye twa and say okay go on or say national health insurance omukọ no omudeka mumusa national health insurance for ye twa muka ni twa muka I'm say okay, you ka. I'm say go on. Or say no stress free. Sika no, omotwa no muntwa e. Omotwa da masku nkala no. Wote wa no bum say video bi a see show nkala na je omukakra. Allowance nurse ni teacher training. Omoje ana omonye, yes omoje. Prison for sika, you too from 1 city to 5 cities. Special need for you too omuko school. From I think like class 1 and KG to is it JHS or senior high school. Yeah, two almost coming from 10 Ghana to 15 cities. Yeah. Scan you training chair. And the size the Ghana mukeri na. Eko. And the anya no correct. Say yentwa. Yetwa. Nemo no first no. Contract and can say 10,000 Ghana no. No onion kwa 20,000 na 25,000 na 30,000. Now no one kwagye na cut back be say 20,000 and nkwa 10,000 now o charge and nkwa no so say 2,000 e de man say wasteful money no wasteful expenditure no omo nya bio and then omo say create the friend no value for money nti we na no be be fine nti NPP for mom dey su say omo ntwa we the deputy finance minister your friend Thomas Nyarko Ampem ana eka sasimi oye no ana say enam entoto ye papa ene nhyehyɛ papa omode ato ondi so we Ghana ye expenditure ye nhyehyɛ spend but ye spend it wisely na revenue ye buy ye tax mu sa but ye the sika ye ma Ghana for 124 billion Ghana cedis the way so the finance deputy finance minister eka just say almost yen spend it. Almost say ye buy ye omu hu de ye. Me ka kire mo say sika no kakra na ye di no. Ye say twa mo tax na mo hoato no han mo de say e levy COVID-19 tax emission tax ni den ye twa na afiri o betting tax ni na no. Ye afiri no betting tax na me de pa. Ni na no. Ye wia sika ye generate jama Ghana. Oman no 124 billion Ghana cedis. Inti mumpere and I'm say okay we dey yeah premo inti mayade.
You have been accused of not spending and then also not releasing enough money into the system to stimulate growth. A lot of what you have achieved is as a result of you not spending, and that fiscal prudence, although good. There are some economists, not just the minority, who say spend and stimulate growth. We'll get there. But then this overall GDP growth rate for Q1, 6.4%, way ahead of the annual target of 4.8%. In fact, this was one of the major issues as well that the finance minister spent quite some time highlighting. The minority says that this is galamsey-induced growth, and that's the same description that they say you gave to in 2024 when growth rate was achieved about 12.8% at the time. And they point to the Ghana Statistical Service data that a lot of what we have seen that has led to this 6.4% growth is as a result of the growth in mining and quarrying, 10.7%. That's huge, is it not?
It is. But if you segregate the data, you realize that the growth was broad-based. It is not only mining and quarrying that grew. In fact, telecommunication grew, transport, agriculture, and all that. So that is the important thing, that the growth that we have seen so far is broad-based. If you say we are not spending, why are we recording such growth that is significantly broad-based? It is far from that. We have deliberately decided to cut a lot of waste. But you see, we cannot spend what we don't have. Our forcing is clear that, you see, let us aggressively pursue revenue without increasing new taxes. We removed taxes, all the taxes that you are aware of, COVID-19, levy, betting, levy, and all these things. We removed them. Yet we were able to implement policies that will help revenue to improve. And it improved modestly. We expect to get more revenue. We can only spend what we have. You see, the excessive borrowing that got us to where we had to further restructure our debt is what we are avoiding. So when the MPP says you are not spending, it is because they are used to borrowing and consuming, borrowing and spending on things that will not improve on the productive capacity of this economy. And that is the shift that we have moved away from. Look, revenue, I mean, surprisingly, even though we targeted to raise revenue of about 126 billion or so, as at the end of June, we had been able to collect about 124.8 billion cedis.
That's about 2 billion shy thereabout. That's why we see 7.8%.
If you look at that, the target was 7.8% of GDP.
And
we
you
did
achieved
7.7% of GDP. Marginal, miss of the target. And we are not worried because if you look at our revenue collections, first quarter is always the worst period. It starts picking up, and it's actually in the fourth quarter of the year that we collect the chunk of our revenues. And so I'm optimistic that we'll be able to meet or possibly exceed our revenue target because of the interventions we are doing.
At the way, any summer after the media budget, minority fanti omwase, now the deputy finance minister, oma better and further explanation. Now, I know as a media, you say, oba bi ne wanka bi enki we jumpo o say ade ma no before the one sa kofra and o say finance minister Dr. Kessel Atuba Forson ana GoldBod no any Bank of Ghana e chenase enti sa two institutions in na no ono na director affairs enti the ono ba bia no o dey directive from the finance minister ho and o say Mosi ya boka Anyama Bank of Ghana boka muni kan be kan be chechire mu but must find means and ways say edu media budget must the baba me want ya say osuma mi dwom e ma me koye no me ko ba yin no me den sesambre wo enti se Ghana asuma no so onkoto gold embra oto gold na wi o de emfaso eye 5.44 billion Ghana cedis surplus and the buyer. Don't forget, say GoldBod for no omonya baby a profit and loss. I want the surplus. It means say and for so beba and say a cababa. Name no omo can your profit a surplus. A sika abroso a jumadi operations are a coso. enti omo operational cost no ye need that thing gidigidi enfam free so ina ye ba no but o se de soma no se ke de man ni na no se esika no aba plus the esabato aso boro so eye 5.44 billion we no o meka big push over 10 billion na eno omode buy no eno my we this year nko say July it 5.44 billion no eye de omode aba but adenti ana minority no omude omo head sa omude omo top too much but because on tiase so a house na me so my confusion minority no politics yenya na ndisi fo honfo Ghana fo say bia Dr. Mahmoud Omuwe beba anaso omo ka no genuinely say ndisi fo no boy abro because at this point I don't know whether MPP fo na can okure no atere ye anaso ndisi fo mum na ye bone ana ye na ase ye dwa minority fo ntu wazinti ndisi fo no kra ye bone kra ye mfa ho which catch me comment section ase say when you are subscribing like it say mo nua esu enyemire edi no e ba akopre max billion I would make a treat to old moga trends macro bye bye.